Hello, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. This week's photograph is of a person during carnivals having a drink while being anonymous. In two ways. They are anonymous because they are wearing a mask, and they're also wearing that mask that represents the anonymous activist hackers group, the hacktivist group Anonymous. It's great, you know, in carnival you can wear a mask and have a fantastic time, make a complete idiot of yourself, and nobody knows who you are. Luckily, fingers crossed. A lot of people ask me why I live here in Vitoria-Gasteiz, and it's actually quite an interesting story because I live here so that I can be anonymous. Many years ago, a long time ago, I started writing science fiction books, and something really curious happened with the first book. I was about to sign the contract to publish the book, and a second publishing house from Asia, I don't know how they had seen the English manuscript of my first book, asked me to sign a contract to publish my book in Japan and Korea too. One of the reasons maybe is because part of the story is based in Korea. And so before I signed the contract to publish the book in English, I signed a contract to publish the book in Korean and Japanese. And incredibly, it was an extremely successful book. I am a best-selling author in Korea and Japan and in other Asian countries. And so I decided to not publish any of my books in English or in Spanish or in French or in any European language so that I could stay anonymous. And now I have this fantastic, wonderful thing. I just live here, work as an English teacher, and I am rich, I am famous in a different part of the world, and at the same time I'm completely anonymous where I live. It's wonderful. Now I hope you didn't believe any of that story because obviously it's complete rubbish. I made that up. But it's inspired in a story I heard once about, I think the actor was Rowan Atkinson, the guy who portrayed Mr. Bean. And for years, Mr. Bean was never shown on Italian TV because that's where he liked going on his holidays and he wanted to stay anonymous. Brilliant. Nowadays, Rowan Atkinson is famous all around the world, and I think also in Italy. But hey, for a few years, he was able to enjoy his holidays in Italy and be anonymous. So why do people want to stay anonymous sometimes? Why do they want to stay out of the public eye? How can you be successful, powerful, and influential if you are anonymous? Let's find out more. Oh, bugger. Shit, those are Japanese tourists. Hang on a minute. I'm going to look this way. Let's hope they pass. Have they passed? Have they gone? Yeah. Whew. Slight inconvenience with being successful and rich and famous in Japan.
Can being anonymous make you more successful? The cases of Banksy and Satoshi Nakamoto. In a world where visibility often seems essential for influence, some of the most powerful cultural, political, and technological figures have achieved extraordinary impact while remaining unknown. From the anonymous 18th century writers of the Federalist Papers, who collectively signed as Publius to shape the nascent U.S. Constitution, to contemporary novelist Elena Ferrante, whose literary voice commands global attention without revealing her identity, and the decentralized hacktivist group Anonymous, whose campaigns have influenced politics and culture worldwide. Anonymity has proven to be a surprisingly effective tool. These cases suggest that, paradoxically, hiding behind a name or hiding it entirely can amplify the focus on one's ideas, art, or actions rather than the person behind them. Two of the most striking modern examples are Banksy and Satoshi Nakamoto. Both have shaped global culture and technology while keeping their identities secret. Banksy first appeared on the graffiti scene of Bristol in the 1990s. His stenciled works, often political, ironic, and critical of authority, quickly gained international attention. Over time, his anonymity became part of the message. By staying hidden, he avoided legal risks, but also created a powerful myth, the idea that the work matters more than the artist. For years, journalists and researchers have tried to uncover his identity. The latest major investigation, by Reuters, points strongly to Robin Gunningham, a Bristol-born artist whose movements match the locations of early Banksy works. This theory is supported by eyewitness reports and academic studies. While not officially confirmed, Gunningham is now widely seen as the most likely person behind Banksy. There is also growing belief that Banksy may not work entirely alone. Robert Del Naja, a musician from the world-famous group Massive Attack and himself a former graffiti artist, has often been linked to the case. Recent reporting suggests he may have collaborated with Banksy or helped organize projects. Other past suspects include artists Jamie Hewlett and Thierry Guetta, Mr. Brainwash, but these theories have less support today. A similar mystery surrounds the creator of Bitcoin. In 2008, under the name Satoshi Nakamoto, an unknown person or group published a paper describing a new form of digital money. After helping launch the system, Nakamoto disappeared in 2011 and has not been heard from since. In that paper, Nakamoto proposed a system that removed a need for banks or central authorities. Instead of trusting an institution, users rely on a shared public record, a concept later called the blockchain, where transactions are verified by a network of computers. This solved the double spending problem, a key issue in digital money: how to stop someone from copying and spending the same digital unit twice. Bitcoin's solution was to let a decentralized network, rather than established banks, agree on a single permanent transaction history. This replaced trust in authorities with trust in code. A recent investigation by the New York Times suggests that Adam Back, a British cryptographer, is the strongest candidate so far. Back created Hashcash, a system that influenced Bitcoin's design, and his writing style and technical ideas closely match those of Nakamoto. However, like others before him, Back denies being Satoshi, and there is no definitive proof. Other notable candidates have been proposed over the years. These include Hal Finney, an early Bitcoin developer, and Nick Szabo, who designed a similar digital currency concept. Some experts believe Satoshi may not be one person at all, but a group of programmers working together. One key difference between Banksy and Satoshi lies in the scale of potential financial exposure. It is widely believed that Satoshi mined around 1 million bitcoins in the early days of the network. At current values, this would represent a fortune worth billions. If the creator were publicly identified, such wealth would almost certainly attract attention from tax authorities and regulators, including bodies like the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Both Banksy and Satoshi have used anonymity as a tool, not just a shield. Even if Banksy is eventually confirmed as Robin Gunningham or Satoshi as Adam Back, the mystery has already played an essential role. It has helped create two modern legends, figures who show that it is still possible to change the world without revealing who you are. Chat about these questions and write down your opinions and ideas. 1. Describe the picture in as much detail as possible. Have you ever been anonymous? For example, in Carnival. 2. Can anonymity increase the impact of an idea by moving attention away from the individual? 3. Are anonymous creators and activists more free to challenge power than those who are publicly known? 4. Does knowing the identity of a creator change how we value their work, music, art, literature? 5. Would you prefer to be rich and famous, rich and anonymous, or rich and famous but also anonymous?